I think I'm live. Yay. That took a minute. Anyhow, how's everybody doing tonight? I am pretty excited to finally have this working. I did a live video yesterday on Instagram, and the black obsidian dragon came in. And I actually had to go back and re listen to what he had to say because when I kind of, I guess, left my body, hold on a second. I had no idea what he was saying. So I know that I decided for myself that this was going to be kind of a big thing and to start doing live videos instead of doing the pre recorded. So this was a big leap of faith for me. So I've never done a live on this. I've done some stuff on Whatnot and some other live shows and stuff there. So at least have a little bit of experience. And but the dragon had a message last night, something about that our timeline had been hacked, and some other interesting messages about some of the energies that are going to be coming here on planet Earth and the dragon energy. So I have information or something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And one of them was the priestess code, the sacred divine archetype of our deep knowing, going all the way back to Mu. Our power is very subtle, but it's magnetic, but it's always been very grounded. She's holding the ritual prophecies and the ancient memories. And so I'm calling out to you guys because I know that that is who we are. We are here in a current of collective awakening and reclaiming our power as women on this planet. And that's why we came here. There is more people on the planet right now than there has ever been, even back in the days of Atlantis and Mu. And I came in with that knowledge, not understanding what I was understanding back in the day. So the priestess memory and who she is, but has she had forgotten to who she is? Did she want to come back down here? She's got to start to roar. There's a lot of women that are speaking out about all of the stuff that's going on with our current situation here in the United States. And it's been interesting what the dragons had said yesterday. So if you want to go and take a look at that video, I couldn't get it to upload here. It was giving me a lot of weird glitches and stuff. And so go ahead and take a look at that particular live stream. The dragons that came in yesterday was the obsidian dragon, and he had this really cool kind of roll on off of his tongue. So, he's got fierce wisdom. The dragons are coming back. They have never gone away. They have always been here. They were just sort of in a dormant sleep place. We are also raising our frequency, the Schumann resonance, showing us that there's these huge uploads that are happening. We are all in on this particular ride, and we need to start, letting those energies kind of come in and give us some really good, boosts of love and energy, representing freedom, protection, and dragons have raw power. So I know that right now, the fact that the dragons stated yesterday, which was kind of a mic drop, that the timelines have been basically hacked, and you know that's created a lot of rage and destruction energies and misdirection of what we're supposed to be doing. The dragons energy are here to rise and rising now with the priestess. And so as we start to take a look at this energy, how are we going to just allow this to come in? One of the dragons, called the Ancient One, was wanting to speak, and I'm not sure if he will step in or come to the energy and stuff, because we are now having to go through some other timelines and stuff. They're saying that we've got the earth is splitting, and there's, majority of the people think that they're going. I don't even know anymore, to be honest. I had felt for a long time I did a lot of spiritual cleansing. I did a lot of breath work, somatic, a lot of tapping, which is part of the things that I am teaching now, so that we can start to change this frequency in our energy so that we can start to really love. And no matter what we've gone through, I went through an incredible betrayal. I still seem to attract that a little bit in my life right now still. And so the dragons are here to change this aspect of who we are. And so the ancient one is wanting to come in. He's this beautiful kind of a golden dragon, very, very ancient. I'd say he's probably, from the Lemurian time frame. I had a lot of memory when I was younger. Of course, I didn't have family members that I could talk to any about that type of stuff. Been working in the spiritual realm, coaching people with pretty serious diseases and stuff over my career here, but I kind of walked away. I got burnt out, and the betrayal right when I had an awakening that was kind of deeper than the normal. I had Yogananda come to me in my dream and said, "Now you understand what a really true what awakening truly means." But at the time, when your life falls apart, basically that's part of the spiritual things that are going on. We don't realize that that is going to be what breaks us open, but it can also change who we are. It changed my trajectory. I got lost. I kind of couldn't figure out where I could go. I didn't know where to move to. I couldn't figure out anything. And I was also working with a lot of people that really thought it was okay. They thought, being the other person and the other betrayer and all of that type of stuff. They give themselves permission to do things. And when they do that, they don't realize the lives that they're destroying. I remember when he came to me one time and he said to me, he goes, "I didn't murder anybody." And I said, "You won't know what you've murdered until you are out of the situation and get free of all of the information that you think that you're being, because that other person's whispering in their ear all the time." And so when he had this awareness about what he had done, he looked back and he had basically burned everything down. So, out of those ashes, we've had to step into our power, and do a lot of forgiveness work. And basically, I just said, who knows how we can heal this situation. But the dragons are here. We are trying to get away from this old betrayal pattern that's been around on this planet for way too long. And so I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths and see if the ancient one wants to come in and have a little chit chat with you guys tonight. And we will see what he has to say. Or this ancient one is very large. It's a beautiful, very, very loving energy. A lot of people think dragons they're the divine feminine and masculine that is balanced. So let's bring in the ancient one. Greetings, everyone. Greetings, greetings. I'm so glad that you guys showed up tonight. We are here to change the frequency of Mother Gaia. She is here to welcome in and usher in this new, beautiful planet and the love that she's got for you guys. Unfortunately, in the US, they are going through this turmoil where so much of the, food is being wasted on what's happening here because of lies and treachery that has happened. And so we're here to bring some balance and some frequency and download some new and dragon and priestess codes that have been here before but have been buried in the ground, covered up by ancient technologies and things that you guys are just beginning to truly understand. And you guys still are kind of way off on a lot of this energies and stuff. So I'm here to usher in this new energy and this frequency. It's coming in. It's kind of like riding in, like kind of like lightning is what you would kind of say it on this planet here. It kind of looks like lightning. It's got this beautiful, beautiful just energy that comes in. And so we are here to, you know, assist you and bring in a type of wisdom that, yeah, we haven't seen in a long time. It, you guys are just beginning to kind of discover some of these older megalithics that are these older buildings and things that have been here for a very long time. And your ancestry is much older than you really think it is. It goes back millions of years. And but you guys have been stuck around this 2000, 3000 thing in your histories and stuff because you will have to rewrite your history. The book of the Emerald Tablets from by the Thoth the Atlantean, he had wrote a lot of books after the big flood, and you guys have got a lot of information. There's a few really, really well-known people that are out there that have been talking about it for quite a few years. Um, Way back when Awanya Newwood took the classes with Drumvalo Melchizedek from the order of the Melchizedeks way back. She was taking some of these Merkaba spinning and other things that she had kind of learned and, you know, kind of shut them down when she moved to Arizona because this energy, as much as they think that Sedona has a high frequency energy, they have a tendency to get stuck in old negative patterns. And so she kind of just shut that down and kind of quit doing it and stuff, even though she worked for one of the magazines out here. And so did her guy. And so, you know, over the years, you know, she had continued with her practice, continued to learning how to do certain types of healing modalities and things that were much different than majority of the people. But we're going to be bringing her some new information and new ways of being able to heal people. And it's going to be more of a full body type of energy. She's got ancient knowledge with crystals and things. She used to run and understand crystals in a way that most people haven't. And she has been trying to bring that memory back. And we've been kind of guiding her slowly so that she can actually remember that. As time goes on, she will be, you know, leading you guys to this new frequency and the new earth. Whoever, you know, this is, you know, for, you will hear it, you will know it in your heart. We speak to the heart of the people that are going to be watching this. A few people in the beginning, and then as time goes on, it will start to build and build and build. And she will be also making some jewelry that we want people to have. It'll be considered a much more higher frequency. It's going to be made with a higher type of silver. Gold is a little too expensive for most people right now, so she will be doing some of those types of things. As we start to go and learn about what is going on here and the treachery that's been going on, there's going to be a lot of things that will be changing. You know, he is destroying the Constitution. And so we are here to help kind of give you guys a little bit of a wave to ride on that maybe won't be as hard, but things could be coming that could be a little bit more shocking than, you know, we initially wanted. We didn't realize, or we had an understanding that he was the tech boy, but the tech boy really has ruined kind of this trajectory of the energy of the divine feminine that we've been working so hard on this planet of Gaia, so that we can, you know, usher in all of the new things that are coming. And so here we are, though, and it's going to happen. It's just going to be a lot harder on you guys, and it doesn't really need to be. So if you kind of listen in and tune into what we have to say and bringing in the energies, she's going to be talking, Wania Niwash will be talking more frequently with some new energies, and we will kind of come through, and then we are sending the energy out through the heart and where it's going to land into everybody. So however the chosen ones are here to bring in this new energy and everything. You guys have been through much more trials and tribulations than most people on the planet. You've gone through an awakening, and then you got all these weird betrayals that have happened, and you are really currently going through the last of these people that are really, not here to bring in usher into. They're trying to get you guys to go back into something that is not going to happen. The divine feminine is going to roar, and she's going to continue. She's alive. She's the one that's being here to raise the frequencies of the earth and provide you guys food and have the most beautiful beings on this planet. They can give you, pollinate, and the bees. You're going to stop wanting to poison your food and poisoning everything in the United States here. Other parts of the world don't go through this and poison their people the way that this one has been doing, eating all these foods that are not even real food, and it's really going to be hurting you guys. And if you go through some types of situations and scuffles that it could be kind of occurring and stuff, there will be food shortages in the sense of chips, not with real food. You'll be able to still, have to go out and do certain types of things, but we're trying to give you some, kind of ideas of what to do. Maybe grab yourself a bow and things like that. If you don't do hunting within your family, she does not do any type of hunting. She's going to have somebody help her with that, because she really wants to be she wanted to be a vegetarian, but it didn't work out for her. So she found out that majority of the food in America is kind of poisoning her body, and she's been working with a lot of different things. So you guys might want to do some probiotics that would be considered live food, which would be kombucha, some other types of sauerkrauts, and those types of things that have a higher live, something that's done when you can change the flavors. Because the more you start putting the live probiotics back in, the more you'll be able to uh, start changing your gut biome, because she was in a troubled situation from way back when she was little. You guys had a lot of dietary things that taken away. They didn't put, you put, sauerkrauts, and only a few people out there with the kimchis and stuff like that did she get some of that kind of back into her system. But now more than ever, it's really important that we have more fermented food. And we're not talking about beer, even though there's probably a lot of you that would like to have a little bit of beer. And so, as we start to kind of love and start to create some new frequencies and stuff, you're going to want to eat lighter. You're going to want to have more fruit, and you're going to want to do certain things. She has been kind of following something called um, what is it, wild fit, and that has really actually worked for her, because it's just vegetables and meat. Everything is taken out. She is doing the kombucha, even though she's not supposed to, but no cheese, none of that type of no dairy, no cottage cheese, no eggs, no almond meals, none of that type of stuff. And so you guys might want to start taking a look at that and see if your diet, see if you're having allergic reactions to certain foods and stuff. She's gotten much more sensitive. And so more than likely, you guys are going to get more sensitive too. So as we start to step in and we start to give you guys some information, we'll do maybe a 15-20 minute. We're downloading information to you, even when nobody's here right at the moment. We are reaching out to people all over the earth to listen to her And as time goes on, the broadcast will start to kind of go out for more and more people. So we're hitting everybody's heart right now. And you might even get a little dizzy because we do have a pretty powerful, um, energy. And we like to come in and start talking to people. And, in time, maybe she'll be able to stay in her body and speak, or what we're talking about. Right now, she's got to be able to kind of step out of her body and then let us in, and then we can kind of do what we need to do. But she's only done this a few times. She's been in channeling from years back, but she wasn't that comfortable with it. So we kind of just let her needed to do what she needed to do when she needed to grow. And now she's here, and we are here to help assist the earth and the new earth in the new split that's coming. There's only 2 timelines right now. There had been more. She was watching up to 6 different timelines that she only seemed to be able to talk to one person about that. But we are here to assist with all of this new stuff that's happening. There's going to be a lot of people out here that are going to start hesitant. It has to do with a type of just being more conscious of their awareness of what's kind of going on and the atrocities that are happening right in front of us. And here we are in a modern day where we're supposed to be going into, new technologies that could save and help this planet. And then here we are watching the world get destroyed by quite a few of these leaders that are very destructive and hidden underneath some sort of what's the word? Some sort of there's a lot of words for it, but we're not here for that particular energy. We are here to help assist you guys. So we are going to kind of step back out, and Lisa will be stepping back in. You guys have a blessed rest of your day, and she will probably put up another message from another dragon. Well, she wants to come in. There's a really beautiful dragon that's kind of got this kind of shimmer and stuff, and she is really excited to wanting to talk to you guys. So, all right, again, you guys have a blessed day, and we will chat with you tomorrow. Well, that was interesting. I'm going to get myself a little grounded there. That was pretty powerful. I just started putting these up onto my website. And, kind of curious what the Divine Feminine has to say here. The collective energy is the hawthorn. We got treasures coming to it. There's a unicorn in here. There's a whole bunch of little seeing eyeballs all the way around this particular goddess with beautiful treasures and the chalice and the cup here. The Ankh bringing in some new information. The Ankh was actually a instrument that we used back in the day, but I know that I think he said something about this is something I kind of remember, that he's going to be putting out energy and messages to everybody, and the more energy will be going out and having talks with everybody. And I'm still not understanding what any of these things appear for, but I guess a couple of people got on, people watched. I don't know. So I'm kind of excited about the dragons coming in and having chit chats with you guys, because we're going to be able to go and start downloading some new frequencies and energies and stuff, and using the Divine Feminine, and bringing that in and rolling in that new energy. And that's going to be, happening. And so, they are here to guide and assist us, even though we have been, you know, sort of waylaid, I guess, when I listened to that one yesterday. That was the Black Obsidian Dragon, and today was the Ancient one. He didn't come in as strong as the other dragon yesterday. He kind of gave me a little space so I could kind of hear what was going on. So, all right, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing where all of this goes because I don't really have a clue of what they wanted me. I just was told to get out there and start doing some live shows and start chit chatting with people and, seeing what the dragons have to say. And maybe there'll be like, questions and answers or something that they could be doing with spirit coming down. And it'll be really good for everybody to kind of see what's happening here on the planet because everybody's so focused in on all of the awful stuff that's happening here and, and all the this impact that we've got going on here because it's created some really negative stuff that's gone on. Let's see what Hawthorne has to say. Hawthorne is one of my favorite herbs for the heart. So Hawthorne reflects the power of the sun in Gemini. And then the face of the hawthorn represents the woman spirit of moon. She's empowerment and the coming summer, which we're just hit in the middle of right now. So there's going to be new opportunities coming in for her energy and being playful. She's got beautiful orange energies on the flowers. The hawthorn tree is the sacred tree of Glastonbury, which I've always wanted to get out to. The landscape of the Avalon, which is part of the fairy realms. I used to have a lot of fairies in my backyard. I have to get them back. The fairy is honored with the leaf or berry, protection, wisdom, and abundance. And right now, I think everybody's looking for some sort of how to do certain things. So we're going to bloom new realities. We're going to be creative, and we're going to have an opportunity to reward for the work that we've been doing through this whole lunar year. And there is some crystal balls that were on there. There's ability to see the past, present, and future. And then healing the temple, which is our body. Healing the temple is the body. It's not the house. It's our physical body. And I think the dragon was giving you guys some, things to be drinking. I've been drinking the kombucha and just doing different flavors and stuff so that I'm constantly putting in live probiotic in my system because I've been taking seed for a really long time along with Umbridge or something like that. That's another company that I actually did and found out what I was missing, and I was missing quite a bit, and I had a huge inflammation tracking. So, all right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. My name is Awania Niwa or Lisa, and Awania Niwa means the walk. She walks through. She who walks between worlds. And so looking forward to the dragons getting out there and giving you guys this message. I know you guys have a blessed night, and I'll probably see you in the morning. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Again, if you want to share this, that'd be great because it'll help the algorithm because I'm, starting this channel kind of fresh. All right, guys. Have a blessed night.